video, I'm going to demonstrate how to approach the post. It may sound like common sense, but we want to make sure we have a good approach angle. This angle that we have right now is not appropriate. If we go in, we're going to have the left track competing with ground space up to that first pillar that's in the ground. So we want to get a little bit better angle here. And then the second thing is we want to make sure that the space above the post is clear, because when this head is up in the air, it's going to be about 15 feet up. So we're on coming in. We wait till the last minute before we raise the post driver up and making turns, being very careful on the turns. We don't want to make pivot turns unless we have to. It tears the machine up, number one. It tears up the ground, number two. So we want to be as gentle on the machine as we possibly can. Now I've got a pretty good angle on this here. I can come in almost, I could go 90 degrees if I wanted, but then I would be doing a pivot turn. Not required for the situation there. However, when I'm putting a fence in, it's best to either be directly 90 degrees perpendicular or parallel to your line of fence line, if you can do that. It's easier to get it on level from at least one of the angles. So now I'm going to raise the bucket utilizing the right controller. Ignore all the buttons on this. The buttons do nothing in this operation here. I'm pulling back, the arm's going up, I'm making sure I'm not hitting anything above me, no obstructions as it goes up. And you notice I'm not a long distance away from the post itself. Now I'm going to move forward slowly. I am in rabbit mode, so we go down to the left controller and utilizing the pointer finger is the bottom. There's a button like this, two buttons like this on the bottom. They're actually the other way around. They're top to bottom. It's the bottom button that you want to push. Not the top one. Not the top one. It's actually the bottom one. And we're going to double click it. Pull the trigger twice. Double click, and there it goes. Now we're going to be in snail pace. We're going to come forward. Let's watch our track coming in for obstructions there to the left and right. Make sure any work crew are not in front of us. Off to our left side preferably, so we can see them out the window. The right side does work at times, however, with the arm going down and up, we will have obscured view. So now I'm going to come forward here and lower the post driver head, utilizing the right controller. I'm going to push forward on it, and I'm going to come down on the head. Now I have to maneuver the skid steer utilizing the left controller, and I'm going to try and center that best I can. Notice I don't have it back there. Now you notice the head, as it went down, the head's being compressed down. Now, right now, I can push down on this. It's going to sink into the ground because the ground's soft. And I'm going to level this up as I push down. I'm going to come backwards some, utilizing the left controller, and to the right slightly, back. So I want that thing as straight as possible. So when I drive it, it's as straight as I can get it. And there's less changes as I go deeper in the ground. All right? Head is completely compressed down. I don't have a lot of pressure on it, so I'm going to get one, maybe two taps out of this, and it's going to get loose between the post driver and the post. Utilizing the left hand thumb. There we are. And we're going to push forward on this. This is going to activate. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, that's decent. Now I'm going to line this up again. I got pressure on it again. I can feel the front end slightly up off the ground, the front tracks. I'm going to go forward slightly. Now I'm going to once again begin the drive utilizing the left controller, left thumb, pushing it forward. 3, 2, 1. I got about 4 out of that, and now the pressure came off. You heard that tink at the end, that kind of ping at the end. That means that the head came off and it came down and struck again. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want to do it all the time. It will happen from time to time. Just don't be doing dry shots without it on there. We have pressure on the head, and we're in contact with the post, centered up. We're going to drive another 2 or 3 strikes. The post driver. 3, 2, 1. Now you can hear how it wasn't making solid contact. We didn't have enough pressure on it, so I'm going to add a little bit of pressure. It's centered. Now I'm going to push down on the right controller and put pressure back on that post. And I'll try and get that head compacted. There we go. Now the head is compacted. You can't see the grease, you can't see the shaft. That's pretty much what we want there. And now I'm going to level this out by going to the right. I can tell that it's off. A little bit forward. And now we're ready to drive again. We're going to use the left hand, left thumb, and 3, 2, 1. And that's that's all the further I want to go with this one here.